we all inherit things from our families. We get our grandmother's laugh or our father's love of music. But what about the things we don't see? The pain hidden deep inside? The things never spoken about? This is the legacy of generational trauma. It's the pain of the past that echoes through families. Like a ripple in a pond, its effects can be felt for generations. This trauma can trap families in cycles of poverty. It can manifest as sickness, and it can even lead to harmful behaviors. We might see it in the struggles we face. We might feel it in the patterns that repeat. But often, we don't understand where it comes from. We just know something feels heavy, like a weight we were never meant to carry. This isn't about blame. It's about understanding. It's about recognizing that our pasts shape our presence, and it's about finding the courage to break free, to create a better future for ourselves and for generations to come. Generational trauma is a wound that time doesn't heal. It's the pain passed down from our ancestors, like a scar carried through generations. Imagine a family fleeing war, the terror they experienced, the losses they endured. This trauma doesn't disappear. It lives on in the children and their children's children. It can manifest as anxiety, fear, or even physical ailments. Sometimes it's about abuse or addiction, the cycle repeating itself. Other times it's about unspoken pain, secrets buried deep. It's about families not knowing how to talk about their past. So the pain festers. It grows stronger in the silence. This trauma changes families. It can create distance and mistrust. It can make it hard to form healthy relationships. But understanding generational trauma is the first step to healing. It's about recognizing the patterns. It's about breaking the silence. And it's about knowing that healing is possible. Trauma thrives in silence. It festers in the shadows, unspoken and unacknowledged. In families, this silence becomes a heavy cloak, smothering their ability to heal. Children learn to swallow their pain. They are told to be strong, to not make a fuss. But unexpressed emotions don't vanish. They burrow deep, resurfacing as anger, addiction, or despair. Generational trauma whispers through the generations. Don't talk, don't trust, don't feel. It tells us that vulnerability is weakness. It keeps families locked in a dance of dysfunction. But silence is a liar. It tells us we're alone in our pain. It makes us believe that our stories are shameful. Breaking the silence is an act of defiance. It's about reclaiming our voices and our stories. It's about shining a light on the darkness and letting healing begin. Generational trauma weaves patterns into the fabric of families. These patterns, often destructive, repeat across generations like a broken record. We see it in relationships, the same arguments, the same push and pull of unhealthy dynamics. We see it in behaviors, the coping mechanisms passed down like heirlooms. Recognizing these patterns is crucial. It's about asking ourselves tough questions. Why do I react this way? Where does this anger stem from? It's about looking back at our families, seeing the echoes of our parents and grandparents in our own lives. This isn't about blame, it's about understanding. It's about realizing that these patterns are not our fault, but breaking them, that's our responsibility. Section 5. A seed of hope. You are not your past. Just because you come from a long line of pain doesn't mean you are destined to repeat it. You are not your past. You are not your family's story. You are capable of writing your own narrative. It starts with acknowledging the hurt, with facing the trauma head on. It's about understanding that your experiences have shaped you, but they do not define you. You have the power to break free from the cycle, to choose a different path. It won't be easy. It will take courage and strength. But deep down, you have the power to heal. You have the strength to create a brighter future for yourself and for generations to come. Section 6. The journey begins. Steps to healing. Healing from generational trauma is a journey, not a destination. It's about taking small steps every day towards a better future. Start by acknowledging the pain. Talk to someone you trust, a therapist, a friend, a support group. Sharing your story can be incredibly liberating. Educate yourself about generational trauma. Knowledge is power. Understand the patterns in your family. Recognize how they've impacted you. Practice self-care. Make time for yourself. Do things that bring you joy. Remember, healing is not selfish. It's essential. Section 7. Finding your voice. Speaking your truth. For too long, generational trauma has thrived in silence. It's time to break the silence. Speaking your truth is a powerful act of healing. It's about reclaiming your story, owning your experiences. It's not about blaming others. It's about understanding yourself. Find a safe space to share. It could be with a therapist, a support group, or even journaling. Your voice matters. Your story deserves to be heard. Sharing your experiences can help others feel less alone. It can inspire others to start their own healing journey. Section 8. Breaking the chains. Building a brighter future. Breaking free from generational trauma is about creating a new legacy. It's about choosing hope over despair. It's about building a better future for yourself and for generations to come. This means setting healthy boundaries. It means learning to communicate effectively. It means breaking free from toxic patterns. Surround yourself with positive influences. Connect with people who uplift and empower you. Seek out mentors and role models who embody the qualities you aspire to. Remember, you are not alone. There are people who understand. There are resources available to help. You are worthy of love, happiness, and a future free from the chains of the past. Section 9. A legacy of healing, changing the narrative. You have the power to change the narrative, to break the cycle of pain and create a legacy of healing. It starts with you. By choosing to heal, you are not only transforming your own life, but also the lives of your descendants. You are planting seeds of hope for future generations. Imagine a world where families are no longer bound by the chains of the past, where love and understanding flow freely, where children grow up feeling safe, supported, and empowered. This is the legacy of healing. It's a legacy worth fighting for, a legacy worth believing in. It all starts with you. You are the change maker. You are the hope. You are the legacy.